Is my mic on? Yeah. Good morning, Alexis. Good morning, Mel E. Good morning, Ninja. Sorry. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Rambo. What's up, Green? What's up, Matthew? Good morning, Green. Good morning, Matthew. As you guys can see, the watch list is already done. I posted it in the chat. I posted it on Twitter. I posted it everywhere. Now we're just kind of chilling, waiting for market to open. Or it already is open. We're just going to wait another few minutes to let it settle, give us a better look at everything. I'll pull up the news for the day here in a second, and then you guys can have a look at that. There are some notable earnings happening this week, and a lot of the news for today already came out. Jackson Hole is also starting all day today, all day tomorrow, and all day the following day on Friday. So pretty much not really going to hear much from that besides just short-term updates here and there. There is some more news again tomorrow with jobless claims, and again on Friday with the Michigan Sentiment Report, which is similar to the Consumer Sentiment Report. But nothing really big news-wise again besides that. So you're really just going to be looking for lower volume average days from today, tomorrow, and Friday, most likely. And I've already, again, shown you guys the bigger time frame. We'll go over that here again in a little bit. I just wanted to get the stream started. Let the smaller time frames resume. Good morning, Carnage, Cam Tops. Good morning, Charlie, SF, Zaytoven. And like Green said, hit that like button. Definitely appreciate it. Good morning, Spicy Pepper. I see another gold star. What's up, David? What's up, Teresa? Good morning, $10. Always happy to see you. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday already, isn't it? Let's try to get like 50 likes on today's stream. Be sure to share the stream around. Share everything around to whoever. I think I forgot to share it on Twitter. There we go. But yeah, share the stream around. Like it up. Friday, I'll be gifting a bunch of memberships. The SPY intraday plan is really all revolved around the 437, 437.55 area. Again, if this can hold today, that's a very good sign for bulls moving short term. If we end up breaking that, there's a big chance that we want to see the lower 430s. And let me switch over to the bigger time frame, show you guys that the 437 is very important on both bigger and smaller time frame. 437 is huge. It's in both smaller and bigger. Jump out to the daily. You guys can see we had a higher open. We got a pullback. They held that area perfectly. Now today is really just kind of a follow-up of that. Can it continue to hold? Again, not every day or every move are you going to get a one-day hold and then it just rallies. Look over here. The last time we were over here, we held for 1 day, 2 day. Had to test both sides of the range on that day. 3 day, 4 day, 5 day. We've only been here for a few days, guys, so it's okay if we're not jumping instantly. As well as we have Jackson Hole, as well as other news, so there's no need to actually leave this range. As I said yesterday, we'd most likely finish between the blue and yellow. You could see another day like that happen again today, regardless of being green or red. You could see another day just hold this gap fill or stay under the blue area, and we could just get another range day. You could even get an inside bar inside of this day. So keep that in kind of the back of your head as well, that we don't really have to go anywhere today. So how should we treat today, guys? Should we be trading our asses off? Should we be trading lighter? At the beginning of the week, I told you guys that everyone needs to be trading light, trading less. This is the week to try to survive. The next week is the week that you want to go a lot harder on. We'll go back to average, I guess is what I should say.
Patience pays.
Good morning, Devin.
Man, it took me 5 minutes to figure out my mic. I didn't plug it, replug it.
I
It
hate
just
that
started
shit.
working though. So I don't know what happened.
It's always the mic that gets us.
Well, it was my headphones earlier.
Discord likes to change my audio settings around.
Apple's a pretty impressive move off the open here. I know it's just the first couple minutes, but if that holds up and gets Microsoft doing something, they're doing something
Oh,
for
that's a
sure.
massive move, yeah. I didn't even notice that ticking up so fast. Microsoft got a nice pop. Nvidia, not so much. But to be fair, those have been rallying forever. They don't really have to do anything.
Yeah, Google as well has got the same massive move.
Tesla's already above previous day low. They rejected that higher low. They can get above 232s. That's looking really good for more continuation to the upside. Watch for Amazon to try to hold previous day low demand. Nvidia too. If they could try to hold previous day low demand, that'd be a great sign by them. AMD already did that. They're up against the lower high of pre-market. And Apple making another high, going up to the 179.50s. Apple leading the charge right at open. Your health sector is actually up the most out of your top two. That's funny. Comms are up the most. That was one of our weakest sectors yesterday with Google, Meta, Netflix not playing together. Discretionary is a little weak today. That's your weakest sector from open out of your top five. Banks at a second place. Tech at a third place. Healthcare holding
Amazon's showing quite a bit of weakness while Tesla's doing the retest.
Good morning, Queensley. Always happy to see that name pop up. What's up, Taylor? What's up, Ace? What's up, Cameron? Always glad to see you. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, Charlie. Going light today, focusing on school orientation the week before it starts up next week. Oh, man, I hate that word. Oh, I'm shaking. Baba made a really fast move, too. Good luck, Sand Dollar. Good mindset, Eric. Good morning, Jack. What's up, Gen Z? What videos did you watch? I think we talked about Workshop 11 and then that supply demand video, and then there was a third one, but I can't remember it. Good morning, Diddy. How you been doing? I've been seeing your name everywhere lately. In a good way, of course. You're on my hit list. Wacko Jacko. Doing well watching Spy. I'll do you one better, Sandoller. I'll link you a playlist of supply and demand videos from the channel. Oh wait, no, I didn't make one for that. I forgot because I only have 2 videos on it. Alright, here, let me send it to you. I've been linking this one for a while now. Both of them, to be fair. These aren't like new videos. I have to post it in TradeFloor, Sanddollar, because, dear Lord, Google for some reason doesn't let it send itself links. It's like weird. Can't send a Google link on Google. So let me get those for you. Cover it. Oh, there's past me talking.
As we're finishing up on the 10-minute candle, Apple wicking down pretty hard. Amazon get to that yesterday low. Com's holding up the best. Tesla wicking pretty hard. Merrill Lake's puts.
Nvidia, Amazon falling behind the gang, but all set on trade floor. Good update. Alright, I'm posting it now, Sand$. I was getting all the right words. There you go. How to chart supply and demand areas from previous day in less than 5 minutes. And then the second link is how to chart supply and demand zones BB style. And that's going to be mainly bigger time frames, but I also cover some other different topics based on that. But if you notice, though, if you watch those videos, I actually give you exact rules on how to draw these things. And if you watch my streams every day, you'll see there are a couple different variations, but I pretty much always include two things. The high and low of day, the supply, the demand, and my bigger time frame levels. These are the only two things I'm focused on. A lot of the time, that's what I'm incorporating these blue areas with. Everyone calls them rectangles, blue areas, zones. It's just supply and demand. That's all you're looking at. You're looking at a bunch of pivot points everywhere.
What's up, wacko? I'm heavily leaning on kind of what Josh already mentioned earlier, with it being the hole in the ground days that we're just probably going to sit on our hands for most of the days. Might be a couple little quick scalps, but don't get too hopeful on the follow through.
Which again, Monday and Tuesday, if I don't want you guys to be in a bad attitude, but the last few weeks have been amazingly clean price action. Last 2 days have been no different. Last 2 days have been very clean price action. So if you feel like it's been ugly or like you feel like it's been messy, then that's probably on you. I'm going to be honest with you. The price action's been very, very clean lately. So again, like I said, you need to be more aware of the tempo of the market. You know there's a lot of BS news this week that's going to keep things kind of not really fearful, not even really greedy. It's just, again, indecisive. It doesn't matter what the news is. It's the fact that there is news that's going to cause people to not trade as much. It's going to cause bigger money, not to have as much risk on the markets. It's a logical reasoning. It's a logical way of thinking about things this week. And guess what we've done the last few days? We held a support, we moved up to a resistance. That's all we've done. And then we pulled back from that resistance. Now we're in the smack dab middle. The question is, can we just hold 437 to 438.50? And if so, then we're bullish moving forward. After this week, of course. If we're holding under it, then there's a very large chance we're pulling back. Does it have to be a fast pullback? No, they could keep it slow. They could grind us down very slow like we saw, where they give us a kicker, then a bearish engulfing, then another kicker, then they give us a retest to trap more bulls, and then they give us a slow push down, but very bearish at the same time. They took their sweet time to keep as many people out of the trade as possible.
Amazon really coming down as Tesla still trying to hold up. Definitely a big difference there. You got a Google potential 3-bar play. Meta could do it. So couple comms sectors could 3-bar play. That's going to keep continuing higher. Good for that.
Apple, AMD, Microsoft, all positive notes. Nvidia trying to retake previous day lows. Amazon's completely falling off a cliff. Tesla looking really good. They look like Nvidia wanted to just hold off that previous day low and get a good move. Google moving up higher. Meta moved higher. Netflix moved higher. You have way more weights moving higher than you do down.
Pump it up.
Jesus, I just saw TLT's up almost 1.5%.
Try to get over 440 here.
Yeah, we got a pop here. I'm not going to be surprised, but I'm going to have to keep watch on the weights. So Apple needs to continue. Google needs to continue. AMD did really good. They're over pre-market high. Yeah, Tesla needs to continue. Microsoft needs to continue holding its ground. And again, some of these don't even need to pump. They just need to keep holding. Some of those would be like Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon. If they could just hold their ground while the rest of these try to run away a little bit more, that is what's going to help SPY be more positive.
Watch Netflix at its pre-market high. It's right there. It could be a nice little trade.
It retook 419.85 too, dude. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty massive move if that continues to hold like that.
Yeah, you got Google and Meta supporting it.
That's looking great.
See if SPY can confirm over 440s. We had a slight push and a wick.
Yeah, they're wicking right into 440 flat.
Big wick.
Now the question is, does Google, does Apple, do all these continue? Do Amazon, with some of these that lost support, do they continue holding support now? And if so, then that should help SPY move a lot higher. 441 would be your next area.
Apple is making that new intraday high here.
Sheesh.
Bigger time frame level run at 179.50.
Go up to 200, Apple.
Tesla trying to get over its level. Google 3-bar play is still very valid. Meta did not wait on the 3-bar play, trying to go straight to yesterday high. So we got 3 minutes on this 10-minute candle. Then we'll have one 10-minute candle left to our 30-minute candle. Meta's to get some decent volume. See if it gets up there to that yesterday high pretty fast. Netflix getting over its pre-market high. This next candle confirms, that'll be great. SPY with a 9 EMA on the 2-minute with a nice hammer right now with increasing volume. Apple getting over 179.50. If that confirms, it should keep going.
Beautiful. 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 Amazon not looking as beautiful. Tesla, let's go.
Meta's getting really close to that yesterday high now. Quick dollar move on Meta. Minute 30 on our 10-minute candle.
Dude, holy. What is this Meta push?
Yeah, Meta had a nice push.
That's nasty. I mean, that just like, that was like 2 pumps in a row. I feel like Netflix is about to do the same thing. Google did it too.
Yeah, Google's got the 3-bar play very valid on the 10 minutes still. Very low volume on this 10-minute candle.
Bro, what is Amazon doing? Amazon's on another page today, everybody.
It really is.
I don't think they think they're on the 23rd of
XOM's
August.
selling off. It's a heavy SPY weight that's selling off, so it's joining the selling party.
Is Energy red today?
XOM is. Yeah. Healthcare with UNH is just kind of holding range. If it picks up a little bit more with UNH, could help out SPY. So far, Apple's trying to hold its level. Everything's holding pretty top heavy on the candle with about 10 seconds left. See if they're going to get wicked or not, but right now it's looking pretty bullish. Pretty good volume on Meta too, almost matching opening volume. All right, Google 3-bar play. I've mentioned it a couple times just because it's something I'm just kind of paying attention to. Pretty textbook on that one.
Yeah, 3-bar plays are easy to look at too. You don't have to draw your fib, you just kind of look at it. I like those.
Netflix is trying to confirm over pre-market high and push higher. Meta's right at the yesterday high. Apple's got the candle holding above. Meta's about to blast through yesterday high. It's testing it right now.
AMD's still going. Nvidia's still holding previous day lows. That was what we needed to see from them. Amazon needs to try that as well. But at least they're not selling off super hardcore. I guess that's one good thing. Yeah, honestly, Devin's mentions on Netflix, Meta, Google are all on fire. Great job, Devin.
Get them to pop that top. Leland, somebody say it, and they pop the top. Takes 500 people say it.
Do you know who NerdyBot is? Was that like a bot we tried to put in here at one point?
I don't believe so.
Every time I type your name, it pops up before you, so I had to ask.
I don't think we've ever tried to do that. It's not to my knowledge. Apple's making a new high. Let's see if it keeps up as Microsoft's pushing towards this pre-market high. Meta's getting over that yesterday high. See if it continues. While the Google 3-bar play is still holding very valid. And that 3-bar play could turn into a 3-bar play on a 15-minute just because of how big that engulfing candle is. And yeah, that's how it works. Tesla's not as exciting as the rest of the market, but much better than its counterpart Amazon. But it is retesting yesterday low, so if we can get over that and pre-market low, Amazon could be a nice buy the dip if everything else is going to continue. Get nice new highs on Netflix and Meta as Microsoft's at pre-market high. 50 cents above yesterday high. See if we can get that. Q's get towards their pre-market yesterday high before SPY. Amazon's rejecting that yesterday low. Don't like to see it. XOM making a new low.
Be sure to drop a like on the stream, everybody. Glad to have you all in here again. Hope you guys are enjoying some of the updates. So far, we've covered SPY bigger and smaller time frame. Really just been covering a lot of the sectors as they try to move higher. Some try to hold support. Some are trying to fall lower. But mainly, again, covering these sectors. Gone through mainly XLC. Covered Apple, covered tech sector, covered discretionary. Even talked about energy a little bit. I hope you guys are enjoying some of the updates. Again, please drop a like on the stream. It helps out the channel a ton. We are not your average channel. Glad to have you all here. Not in any risky plays this morning, just sitting cash. That's very smart, Sand Dollar. Good morning, Brian. Glad to see you, man. I'll check it out here in a bit, Jack. Thank you for tagging me again. Love to cover that gap today. Watching for 441. Good looks, Mel. Like the plan. Thank you for dropping a concise plan. Dondu. Hell yeah, he is Dondu. Devin's always on fire, man. Someone put him out.
Tesla slowing down. Meta slowing down at an important level. If all these things start rejecting at these areas, this could be what slows down SPY at this area. But Microsoft's trying to get over pre-market high, and Apple's making a new high, so that's very bullish.
You're
But
very
comms
right
are
though, because there are already two indecisive 5-minute candles against that level still, yet to close over, just like you said.
UNH is breaking its yesterday low, coming down to the downside. Netflix is still making new highs, so that's good. But we do have a couple things slowing down a little bit. Amazon making a new low. If Apple and Microsoft keep it up, we're looking good. They're making new highs. Apple or Microsoft's trying to get that yesterday high right now. I can speak.
Can y'all stop spamming fucking trade floor with fucking SPX prices? Holy shit.
My bad, dog. Microsoft, come on, pop yesterday high. You can do it.
Y'all realize y'all aren't talking in DMs? There's fucking hundreds of other people here.
Sometimes I just forget.
I feel like I'm just reminding the same 3 people every fucking day. Netflix, very bullish from the mention, holding 420. That was one I personally was talking about with Devin. Like that one a lot. That 419.85 has just been a level you guys have seen me talk about a ton lately. If you remember this chart, we made 2 of these levels yellow. Well, we made this one yellow, but it was from this time frame though.
Yeah, here we go.
419.85.
Making a new high. Better count back up, making the new high. Google's trying to finish that 3-bar play towards the end of this candle. Microsoft getting over yesterday high.
Oxy Energy took a hit this morning.
Yeah, XLM still selling off for the most part. Slight buyers at 106.
Good update, Sandollar. I had no idea that was also falling. Looks like Daffy got out right at the top. He sold calls yesterday. Good timing. 440's pumping over. They've been over this for a little bit with the large green candle. We're just seeing if it can continue to hold with all these new pumps on Apple, tech, and a couple of the comm sectors.
Huge, nice off the bottom on Amazon here. See if it takes out that previous red candle. Could be the buy the dip we need and to get what Tesla going to pre-market high. Qs are trying to get over there yesterday high. Got a little over 2 minutes on this 10-minute candle, so we're going to see how we confirm. Meta's almost got a creasy volume candle to candle as we're pushing 294.
Holy Alexis, great job, man. Massive profits. I just saw what you said. Round of applause to you, man. Oh, my bad, guys. Let me zoom that in. Who cares about yesterday's pre-market?
Almost at that pre-market high on SPY. Increasing volume on the Apple 10-minute as it's making a new high, getting over 180. 3-bar play on Google's making the new high. Now we just need to have it hold up, not wick down. Netflix picking up the steam up at 425. Meta getting that new high with increasing volume. It might take out opening price volume on this 10-minute candle here. Microsoft getting over that yesterday high by quite a bit now, 30 cents.
Oops, I didn't mean to click that.
Amazon went up and slapped the pre-market low, catching a wick off of it. See if it can hold a higher low somewhere up here. Over yesterday low. Got a new 10-minute candle and our first 30-minute candle on the market. 30-minute candle is clearly above the 9 EMA. See if that's going to hold up. We could also 3-bar our 30-minute candle. It's pretty good engulfing candle to a very significant area of pre-market high in yesterday area. So if it came back and retested around 442 our midpoint, it would make sense.
I like that breakdown, Fantastic Tron. It's starting to hulk out.
Starting to hulk.
It's doing a massive lift session right now.
What does that even mean? That means the volume and the candles going everywhere.
Sick pump, bro.
Netflix still trying to make new
I was
highs.
just about to say Netflix is up 3% on the day now.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful breakout. That 420 coming in clutch again.
Quick retest on Microsoft of this yesterday high and a push of a new high. See if that's going to keep going and help Apple continue. Discretionary is still trying to fight higher, but not too much action. Boom, boom.
Yeah, shout out to you, Devin. That was some good candy I had the other day.
Yeah, I told you them was pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. Microsoft's still holding. Meta's holding a good area. You can go to a bigger time frame now on Meta and do a bigger 3-bar play. You can do it on the 15-minute. You can do it on the 30-minute. You can do it on the 1 hour. So could take a while before we can see a move higher, or we can keep pushing new highs.
Apple had a red candle. It's by push a new high. Something else is here. Microsoft. You said it just now, didn't you? Yeah, Microsoft and Nvidia are showing up, even though Apple is not showing up right now, guys. That is a great thing to see.
Exxon was pushing off its low by 30 cents too as well, so that's helping out a little bit because that's a top SPY hog.
Yeah, because if Apple was to slow down and then nothing was to like retake the momentum Apple was giving right there to the upside, that would be a very bad substitute of nothing. It's like installing a ghost there. There's nothing there to keep it going. But since other tickers stepped up, that's why I was like, damn, Apple slowed down, but SPY pushed a new high. Very, very strong.
Oh, slowing down. To be expected, though. They've had huge moves, like I just mentioned on Meta. There's quite a few time frames you could do 3-bar plays for Meta and Netflix. Does that make sense to everybody, how you can do different time frame 3-bar plays? Like, I know it sounds kind of vague, but at the same time, like...
Yeah, if you guys have questions, ask now. Don't just let either of us say something you don't understand what the hell we're saying. Ask questions. Don't be scared to ask.
Yeah, don't be scared to ask questions if, you know, you're like, what do you mean there's a 30-minute an hour? What do you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can ask. Like, it's not a dumb question.
It's a great question.
We are trying to get over that pre-market high here. Holding a good, bigger time frame level on Apple.
Apple.
Which is hard.
I
Yeah.
think I said that the other day.
Bank's not doing too much with JPM and Berg B, so that's not really helping out or hurting. So look for them to kind of pick a direction. If they go start selling off, that'll hurt SPY, but if they can get to the upside, that'll definitely help. That's the meaning of life. Mostly it's just to experience the best experience as possible, man. That's about it. You're just here to experience, man.
Yo, what the hell did I just read? India just became the 4th country to land on the moon as, I'm not even going to try to say that name, Blank 3 completes touchdown.
Is that why everyone's tweeting bullish on India?
I guess so. I didn't know they were only the 4th country.
Right.
That's pretty depressing.
And that's very recent. Like they're the most recent by a lot now. Like it's been a while since we've been up there.
It's like us, Russia, China. It's like they're the first person out of all of us. Damn. That's crazy.
Bullshit, butter chicken.
Yeah, I'm bullish India. They're kind of literally on the moon.
Microsoft getting a nice slowdown. Amazon rejecting pre-market low. Tesla slowing down. Apple slowing down, like Josh mentioned. Q's kind of getting a wick on the top against 367. Getting through this yesterday high is looking a little harder than it did a couple minutes ago, but there's still a chance.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm going to agree with Devin here. If you don't see any more increased strength here, that might be close to your high of day. If you do see an increased breakout, if you see pullbacks, a hold of those pullbacks, and then a new high of day, that could be another good sign too. That just takes more time. But this is a very good sign, again, seeing that we did dip back down after some news came out this morning and that we're back up against supply. I mean, great moves have been made this morning. So, again, another clean morning. I can't type English any day of the week, man, I tell you.
I think I want to get a different phone than an iPhone just because of their autocorrect system. So frustrating. Good stuff, Charlie. 20% of the day keeps the 9 to 5 away. Yeah, pretty good rejection on Meta coming down now. Amazon testing under that yesterday low again. Needs to get a new intraday low. Microsoft back at yesterday pre-market high. But it could be a 3-bar play. Like Josh mentioned, some of these could get a couple nice retests before pushing us higher. And that's completely okay. But gonna be a little more time now. Got a minute left on our 10-minute candle, and 20 minutes on the 30-minute candle. Hurry up and wait. Healthcare starting to come off their lows with UNH and J&J. Netflix is holding up the best out of all the comms near its high. Tesla's still trying to hold and push higher. The longer Tesla holds in this area, when it pops that 234 area, you could get that quick, nice $2 move to pre-market high. $3 move actually, 237.19.
Just to update y'all with what I said on the trade floor. I said the 40% on AMD was everything. Nvidia might have scared some people away from that. In the same exact relationship, Amazon probably scared people away from the Tesla move, which is why XLC was the best sector on watch today, with the mini updates by me and mainly Devin here, covering Google, Netflix, and Meta. I just wanted to give y'all reasoning on why that was the best sector. I didn't want to just say it or type it and then you guys be like, well, okay. I wanted you to know why it was the best. But I will say this, tech caught up very close because at first it was literally just Apple, and then you had a little bit of help from Microsoft and Nvidia and AMD, but there wasn't as much help. And then I would say as time went on, those definitely started helping a lot more. Nvidia got up back above their previous day lows. AMD started pumping. You saw Microsoft moving new highs. They're up against their previous day high, pre-market high from yesterday, which I don't know why I still have that marked that way. But just very impressive again to see not just one thing moving. It's actually a lot.
I'm liking Tesla's just making a new high here. Like I mentioned, if it gets over 234, pre-market high is a good move. Apple coming back up to its intraday high. Those are all things that could help Apple or the SPY market get through yesterday high. Picking it up again. XLM's coming up still off its lows. Qs are making new highs. Netflix still making new highs. Netflix is the dominant of the comms. Only a slight retest on Netflix. Nothing scary at all. Alright. Also got two bigger time frame levels at this yesterday high for me, so we'll see if we can get through here. Come on, Tesla, get it going. Still got a lot in the tank. Google trying to make a new high. Right there. Netflix 427. Pressing new high on that. See if Meta can get up and make a new high. And then all three of the dominant comms will be making new highs. Amazon coming back up off yesterday lows. Tesla's trying to get 234.
Be sure to drop a like on the stream. What would be the name of the TOS video? Setting up stop losses, base beans. Setting up stop losses? I mean, that doesn't need a video. It takes 5 seconds. But I think the one you're thinking of is on... Oh, Leland already answered. I was going to say, I don't think my channel's the one that had it. I also didn't want to take his upload because I like promoting their channels. Username Leland. But yeah. I always tell you guys too, those guys have amazing videos that my channel sort of has, but also not really. I mean, they kind of still have their own touch on things. Leland, you know, I mean, some of his best videos are on my channel, but still post his 1000% SPX trade there. Marinte has great videos, which don't expect these guys to actively post. I mean, they're still growing, still working on their own schedules, but the videos that are here though, especially on Username channel, has some pretty in-depth ones. I would check those out. Sherman has a couple workshop videos. I call them workshop videos, that are really old but really, really good. Again, that kind of break. And these are all people that are from my chat. These aren't people I pay to promote my shit. These are people who've gone through the experience of being with me for so long, and now they've been posting their own experiences from their own perspective. So check out these channels. Check out what they look at. Well, except this guy, not Jake. Jake doesn't listen to my shit.
Rejected right off that yesterday high, as you one would expect. That's why we always sell into momentum into areas that we know that could reject. Could it have blasted through there? Absolutely. Could have seen 20, 30 cents above real quick, but that's the momentum you always want to sell into. Now, we can look for a retest on our 30-minute chart. This is a pretty good retest for a good distance. So we could pull back all the way to 440 and still be pretty bullish on the day. And that would just put us right back in the range for him to come in tomorrow and do the same thing. It was day trading in hate.
feel like I'm dealing with children every day in chat, dude. And it's always one bad egg. Like, most of these people are just fucking amazing people just wanting to grow, and I'm just trying to give them an environment to grow in. It's always that one bad egg, though, that just loves to get in people's way.
I think there's always that in life, unfortunately.
Zero tolerance from here on out, though. Because I'm done giving these people energy. These amazing people here that are just wanting to grow, trade, be with other people and trade. I mean, that's such a basic thing that people want, and I love that. But then you got these people who want to come in here and ruin all that shit. From here on out, I am zero tolerant. Like, if you say some shit, you're out. You're gone. You want to sneak diss and throw questionable emojis on people's posts because of them making a loss or a questionable call out, even though they literally type lotto in the call out, or something, you know, something where they make it aware, you know. I'm just tired of that. Done dealing with kids.
God. Buyers still trying to step in here at pre-market high after a nice little wick.
I'd be impressed if they hold that PMH.
You're right. The 2-minute 9 EMA is trying to hold. Discretionary is coming off their lows. Apple Toast still trying to make new highs.
I was day trading in Halo. The Halo market goes crazy, bro. You should see the flood. Leland having PTSD because I said the flood. Oh, yo, is the music too quiet or too loud, anybody? I've kind of had it turned down today. I think it's because the other day I had it too loud and I didn't want to annoy y'all today. I wanted it to be quiet today. It's good? Alright, good. I guess we could check out a couple things on the YouTube if you guys want. Market's up against supply. Whenever the market does this, we're either in for a very slow push over this, or we're going to reject and stay in range, which is also equally as slow. But check out the videos section here. One of my favorite videos that I just posted. This has been public on my, or privately uploaded on my channel for probably 3 months now. I'll have to go see the original upload date. But that was for my members only of YouTube. I made it public because this is probably one of my better videos covering stop losses. Just how you should think about your stop loss, tempo, awareness, you know, regardless of the entry type. Again, because you guys know me, I go over 4 main entry types, wherever this video is. Here it is. How to identify and trade 4 important trading strategies. These are the 4 main entry types that we go for. They have setup targets. They have setup stop losses. The setups themselves make sense. You know, why you would want to buy it or sell it. And then also the staircase method being added on top of that from Workshop 11. You know, giving you an actual method to be disciplined moving forward. Again, always going back to that point I like to make. Anybody can start trading. The hard part that a lot of people can't stomach is maintaining, keeping up a routine, not just making a trade one day, being able to do it this week, the following week, the week after that, the week after that, the week after that. Do you know how hard it is to maintain the sanity to do that? It's very hard. So you need to have a good, solid, sound system that has a consistent routine. This is that system. So follow that video. But the stop loss video ties into it very well because it gives you kind of a better in-depth look at, all right, well, yeah, each strategy has its set stop loss, but this is another good kind of secondary thinking behind all of that, you know, the more psychological breakdown of it. So definitely want to check this video out if I was you, regardless of where you are in your trading. Again, I don't really care if you're an amateur or a quotation pro. It doesn't really matter. There is no such thing as a pro. You're always going to have to keep sharpening that tool. So keep that in mind. We also upload all kinds of trade reviews and stuff, but I really would check out this stop loss video. I also have a gap and go video. I noticed it didn't get a crazy amount of views, but I wanted to show you guys this video because this video is amazing. It's a live trade I took. I had to kind of install my own dings to hear the entry and exits because I don't like hearing that. But really good breakdown again on just a basic trade style. Again, seeing the price dip back down, filling the gap, buying it. If it breaks under support, you're out. If not, you're not. You know, you're still holding to your target. You're still holding to your whatever your profit target is. But definitely worthy of checking out a lot of these videos on my channel. I would go through them if you ever have questions. Again, and it doesn't really matter if what kind of trader you are. I have videos for swing traders. I have video for day traders. I have video for scalp traders. I have videos for all of this stuff. workshop videos. These videos are, I don't know if workshop videos is what we should call them, but they're all basically really long breakdowns. Some of them are 30 minutes, some of them are 45 minutes, some of them are an hour, hour and a half. But they're all breakdowns on various topics. I would definitely check out the ones that I'm involved in. There's one in there that has 10-man. I would check that out if you're into spreads, trading spreads and all that good stuff. We have a playlist for fibs. We have a playlist for lead tests, scalp trading, the live playlist series, base build, swing trading, workshop, of course, the motivation. So definitely take your time to go through that. And if you're a member, check out the membership section. Back to SPY, though. Sorry, Devin. But SPY is holding pre-market high, as Devin said. He probably wanted to say that, but I was busy talking.
Yeah. Meta's about to make a new high. Microsoft's making new highs. Apple's making new highs. Everything's trying to make new highs. Amazon came off its low very nicely. Tesla could be a 3-bar play. Yeah, all kinds of stuff to say. Netflix is making new highs. Never really slowed down. But healthcare's not too high. It's the kind of same with the banks. They're not really doing too much to help out healthcare and the banks. So if they would pick it up and help out, that would give us the next little push. But nice little meta push off the 292, so you can get that new high. But yeah, holding up here.
Fantastic John said, there's music? I just hear the melody of Bueller and Devin. But guys, seriously, take advantage of this. Like, I might come off as a dick. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do come off as a dick, but it's because I'm passionate. I'm tired of the bullshit inside of chat. I'm tired of the bullshit around trading communities. I am different. You are different. This community is different. Please take care of your chat. If you want to post charts in TradeFloor, that's great. But go into Post Charts channel, drop an original update or post or plan or something beforehand to show that you were watching it before. You're not just showing up to TradeFloor to randomly just post numbers on something. Please go to Post Charts channel, drop what you're originally looking at, whether it's in the morning or the night before or days before. It's okay. Go into TradeFloor, go update it as much as you want. If you want to post trades, I know there's ton of you guys who like to stroke your egos and get your trades posted or just for good practice. That's great. Go into member trade ideas. This is the place for you. This is it. And if you guys finish a trade, green, red, neutral, it doesn't matter. Go into here, drop an update. What was your entry? What was your exit? And don't just talk about the gains or the losses. Discuss the reasoning. Check out this amazing breakdown by username. Perfect timing for this post. But he traded one of the strongest tickers today, an XLC weight. Netflix. We talked about this one today. But he got in after it pushed over 421.50s. He made it into the almost 427 resistance. That's pretty insane. His contract went from 345. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 290 to 465. Jesus. Good job, username. But you see what I mean, though? Like the clear breakdown, clear reasoning behind everything. Use this chat, guys. Use this as your trade log. Use this as your log to go back into. Use this as your journal. Use this as everything you could think of. That's what this is for. And if anyone ever steps out of line, please contact me. I would love to keep the chat clean. But I want to see more of you guys taking advantage of that tool. It is your tool. I made it just for you.
I made it for you.
He is him. Leland has corrected that. He is him. Was playing the rejection of previous day high, open, and supply. Damn, a lot of levels mixed in. Got it instantly and scaled out of the first con for an 11 gain. 0.11 gain. Held second for another 9 to 10 minutes as well. This is what I'm talking about. Matty Ice, great post here. I'm going to go over this. Was a tough hold, but got out on the first sign of rejection. Probably could have held, but seeing all the green in the sectors made me sell. So he got some puts here. It dumped. He sold one instant. Oh, that's a pretty massive pump on premium. $10 there. Rejected. He held. I looked at he held. He didn't give it. I mean, he gave himself a reason to hold, though. And then got out pretty much flat on that one. Okay. Well, I'm not going to lie. The entry was a snipe. I like that you held. And let me go back to this. Technically, you could still be in, but I'm not going to beat you up because I could see why you were a little shaky. You are right. There are some weights pumping while there aren't. Well, some of them aren't. And we're just ever so slightly rejecting right now. So, very tedious rejection. Definitely don't blame me for wanting to get out of that and just see.
Oh. Tesla discretionary 3-bar play. Tesla, Amazon, both of them 10-minute. Trying to play out a 3-bar play. See if they can get up. They have been down in the dirt all morning, so they could have some room to the upside.
Did I spell all that correctly? Okay, cool. Okay.
Google and Netflix still making new highs.
There you go. Leland, you are kind of the OG him. He kind of got you there. That is the dumbest recommendation or observation I've ever seen. I recommend as an observational strategy to keep an eye through cycling periods whether BlackRock is buying or selling stock. Why the fuck would you do that? You realize there's other... I'm not even going to get into that one. Schmeckles, calm down, bro. No. Just going to hit you with that one. Don't come in here posting the most bland advice I've ever read. I wasn't joking, guys. Zero tolerance. You're not allowed to just come in chat and say weird shit. Focus. Just post normal stuff. I don't know why we're going off the handles with things from Twitter. I am Carnage. I'm gonna be honest with you, I am feisty this week. I've had to cut a lot of people off. I've had to ignore a lot of fake traders and scammers. I've pretty much isolated myself to where it's just me and the community. I'm not going to be popular moving forward, but I don't care. I'd rather be less stressed, focused on the people who actually want to grow. Again, because if you're here and you're someone who's in chat all the time, you're someone who just wants to grow, I have no problem with you. I love you. It's the other people ruining all of this for those people. That is what's getting on to me. I've been on it all week. I'm just done with it. I'm tired of being like everyone else. I know I'm better than everyone else. In terms of the traders on the internet, I don't think I'm better than anyone in terms of anything, really. But I know that my community is one of the best. I know for a fact that you guys are worth it. I'd rather be less popular and be less stressed than continuing to, be like everyone else on the internet. I'm just not going that direction. It just doesn't feel right. I'd rather have less of a following, but more loyal of a following than the more diluted, bigger audiences that everyone seems to want to just die for. I'm just not that type of person. I'm also done accepting the ignorant stuff being posted in chat. If you're going to be ignorant, I'm going to be ignorant back to you. I'm going to put that energy back to you. If you're a very strong, hard-working person, constructive person, productive, you just want to grow, guess what? You're going to get that energy back from me. You're going to love being part of the chat. Everyone's going to love you. If you're someone who posts in chat and you're always a positive mindset person, you're always posting just updates you're focused on, everyone's going to remember you for that because they know you're focused. They know you just care about growing, that you don't really care about your ego. You don't care about looking correct. You don't care about looking good. You just want to grow. That's exactly what you need. You want to be. Be yourself. Be comfortable. These are two of the biggest things I could probably give a trader in any scenario, not just trading, in any part of life. If you could be comfortable, if you could just be yourself, you will do the best you could possibly ever do. You have the best chance ever. It's not until that point that you have a chance. So stop, going onto the internet, cut out all the noise, be comfortable, guys. You don't need to be paying attention to 100 different things. Do you think actual profitable traders on Twitter 24 hours a day marketing to people to get into their groups and to do all this other stuff? No. So do you need to be paying attention to all that junk? Hell no. That's a waste of your time. Your time is way more valuable than that, and you know it. I know it. I know your time is more valuable. I've seen you guys. A lot of you guys have amazing intuition. I've said it time and time again. A lot of you guys are very smart. It's not about an IQ thing. It's about the routine. It's like I said before. Anybody can start clicking buttons. Anybody can get into trading. Anybody could start saying they know how to chart. Anybody can do that. But it's maintaining. It's doing it over and over and over again. Can you not just get into trading, but can you maintain being a trader? Can you maintain doing this week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out? This is what stops people. It's maintaining. This is why I set up the chat, the routine, everything the way I do, because I don't care about getting you into trading. What I want to see is you maintain while in trading. So you maintain a routine, doing the same thing over and over again, being comfortable, being able to adapt to your wins and your losses. Got to maintain like Wu-Tang, protect your neck. Exactly.
We are rejecting that yesterday high again with about 20 minutes to the 11 o'clock lunch hour. We could be finally getting that slowdown. But as long as we can consolidate above the 9 on the 10-minute EMA, I'm not really looking to short until we break down underneath that. I want to see the clear rejection of this area before we get too excited on the short. If you took a lead test, because you draw a lead test up here and it plays out, that's a little bit of a different story, different setup. But for me, I'm just going to wait for the clear breakdown under the 9. Ideally, a breakdown under the 9 with a lead test to the 9.
Ooh, good job, Misi. 12% on SPY. Good job, K83. Tesla calls it open. Buyer stepped in and then shot before moving higher. Got impatient. Took profit at 34%. That's still amazing. Can't even say that. A win is a win. That's a beautiful win. Haters will say we never went to the moon. Hey, India can go confirm. They're there right now. WWLD. What would
Leland do?
He's either saying Leland or Lehman. I think he means Leland. I'm gonna joke with him though and say Lehman. What would Lehman do? Let me make sure I'm spelling Lehman right. I think there's an H in there. Yeah, Lehman Brothers. No, sorry. Where are you at? Who asked that? Bob. He said, so according to the SPY chart, is 440 the next level of support to the downside? For the most part, yes. You do have pre-market high to worry about. I just wasn't marking it because I just wanted to keep the chart as clean as I could. Plus, we had mentioned it a few times, but my bad. I should have just kept updating it. But right now, you're seeing them fight pre-market high. That's why they haven't completely sold off, but they're against this very heavy seller area. So right now, we're seeing, can they get over this? Right now, they're fighting to try to, get some volume here. But what you want to see is a push over this, and any kind of retest would be nice. Any kind of retest, short-term, mid-term, full-term, any of the retests would be nice over this to show that it's not supply anymore, that it's now demand. But right now, you're just seeing a fight in between these two areas. My bad, man. I should have been more clear on that.
Well, you go tell Netflix that.
Well, yeah, Netflix doesn't care. I think they think they're India and that they're going to the moon. I think they think this. Some people, change gender. Some people identify as like an Apache attack helicopter. I think Netflix is identifying as the rover on the moon right now.
I could believe that for sure.
Good question, though, Bob. Thank you for helping me remind everybody. Should have been on top of that. At this point, too, you could also mark... I should start saying this more, too. After the market opens, give it, about 30 minutes, an hour, sometimes even longer than that if you want. You don't even have to ever mark it. But note that your today's open is right there at 439.25. That is a very good pivot point. If there was ever any kind of early morning reversal or midday reversal, this would be a perfect pivot point to see if broken or not. Looks like buyers do want this. What are our weights doing, Devin?
New high. Comms are making new highs. Microsoft making new high. Apple making new high. Discretionaries came off the lows finally. Amazon got a nice move. Netflix never slowed down. Nvidia is still pushing.
Amazon back alive. Let's go. That's a great sign that buyers are still here. Remember what we said this morning, guys. You had Nvidia kind of weighing in on the weakness in tech. They were up, but they weren't flying like we saw in the XLC sector. And that was mainly because of NVIDIA and Microsoft not leaving the train stations as early. Now, NVIDIA might not move a lot today because they have earnings in today. But then in the other sector, it was Amazon for the XLY sector while Tesla was flying. And now you have both of those tickers picking back up for those sectors while the rest of that sector is continuing higher. So remember that line chart, guys, that I was kind of telling you guys to draw? Who all remembers that? Here, let me just draw a quick picture so you can see it. But who remembers when I drew this? When I drew this line here and I said, when you're picturing your sectors, when you're picturing your weights, try to picture this in your head. Give me a thumbs up, though, if you remember this conversation. I'm going to say it again, but I want to see who all remembers. I'm vegan. I'm vegan because the animals I eat identify as broccoli. Ah, that's smart. Big brain, I see you. Alright, so let's break it down again. So a few people seem to remember this. Yes, the scale of weights. That's exactly the conversation I'm about to go over. Or just kind of re-say again. But this morning, we had XLC. We're going to put that one here. I'm going to put XLK here. Or we're going to put XLY kind of back here. This is what this morning looked like. Now, you have XLC up here, XLK up here, XLY up here. So now you know, okay, well, from earlier to now, SPY should be up more just based on these three. Again, if we're just focused on just those three. Just knowing the knowledge of what was down this morning, what was up this morning, what wasn't, what was weak, what wasn't. You're just knowing what was strong, what was weak. Just kind of keeping this chart in your head. It's very good to kind of draw these out. Therefore, when it does move higher or things do start to recover, or worse, you know, they get weaker, they reverse, they pull back, they break supports, you're going to know, because you're going to know, okay, well, 3 of my top 5 sectors just held support and moved higher. 2 of them just held support. So in your head, you should know SPY is moving higher. But let's say 3 of those sectors are moving higher after a retest and 2 of them are falling under support. Well, they might be moving higher, but it's not going to be at a profitable pace. It's just going to be slowly moving up, or worse, just range trading, because the perfect weights, the timing of everything. So it's just good to kind of keep that chart in your head. I mean, if you want to draw it out, you can. But in your head, it's a really, really good thing. But again, I hope that was a decent enough explanation. That's just how I picture all of that in my head. And that's how I teach people in my chat to look at it. Can you look at crowd? Yes, we can. Why not? I don't know if I have it charted. Oh, wait, maybe I do. I must have been bullish on them. And it looks like I'm still bullish on them as long as they hold 150.80s. You could get a gap fill pullback there, but honestly, the consolidation here looks really good for more upside. And those are weekly levels. What is this one? Oh, this is my monthly. Okay. Really good consolidation ever since they took 137s. You have a really good show of support here, and they're reacting to it. Again, if you draw your demand here, they reacted to it with a piercing line, daily time frame piercing line. That's when your previous day, or I'm sorry, your previous day is red, your next day opens lower, and it retakes past the halfway point of that previous day. It's a very bullish candle. Got them up. They're holding the 50% of that candle, most likely the golden pocket. And now this candle's holding the golden pocket and holding as almost like a bullish hammer at higher support. So yeah, I'd say a little bit more sky above them, probably 160. But if they end up cracking under this short term, it's really this area here. The low of that day up to the meat of that open of that red candle. That, as long as they hold that, they should move higher. They break that short term, they should pull back down. That's just the bigger time frame price action. Smaller time frame price action, you have to give me another minute. They got above today's open, or previous day open. They're just under yesterday's high. Looks like they got a good buyer move after dipping very aggressively in the first 5 minutes at the previous day low. There's your previous day low demand. Held that perfectly. Got back over the pivot point of today's open. Held it with a low, a good higher low. And just been kind of on the grind up since then into the previous day high, previous day open. Looks like for more bulls, you can look past the previous day highs, but risk-reward wise, bears are going to probably step in unless they break 155. As you can see, I always cover both sides of the story. I'm never really just bullish or bearish. Even if I am bullish, I will still come up with a bearish scenario. Therefore, if it ever happens, I'm not sitting here freaking out or complaining or crying. I understand that it was possible. Because you'll always see those people, they take that loss for like, what news came out? What happened? Why me? Why is it every time I get calls, puts start to pay? Why is it every time I get puts, calls start to pay? That's the universe is not against you. Quit crying. Retest looking good. Lowering volume, smaller time frames. Could call out by Evis. Alexis said Cisco looking bullish as well. I'm tempted to consider a retest of $60. Let me check it out. Whoa, what was I doing here? Okay, let's clear this. Let's start over. Monthly. Again, using the bigger time frame charting system, just going out to the monthly. Drawing emerging candles because it's insanely easy. I don't know why everybody tries to make charting so hard. Guys, buy my algo and you can get these levels every day. Then go to the weekly. And I'm kind of focused on the lower highs, if anything. So I really instantly just look over at the all-time high, and I'm like, all right, where did we reverse from? And it's about right here. Again, if you go from the all-time high down to the open of the last green candle before this reversal back down, that actually gives you your all-time high supply on Cisco. Made a very solid lower high consolidation. I mean, that's a... People always say, oh, that's a bear flag. You're right, it is, but let's not just say bear flag and be vague with it. Let's actually break down what makes it a bear flag. If you go from the high of the move to the low of that move, as long as they're holding under the golden pocket or the control point, that is what validates that bears are still in control, right? So this is where all of your vague traders come up with these bear flags, descending triangles, falling wedges, all that BS. This is how you can actually find a consistent rule with finding if what is bearish, what is bullish, as you guys can see from my other Fibonacci videos. But this is what made that so. I just want to cover that because I could see it. It's very clean. And now I'm focused again on if I can find some more lower highs. So what do they reverse again from? Pretty much right here. So I'm going to go from here to the open of that candle. Edit properties. I'm going to jump out to 2025 because I'm lazy and I just want to extend this as far over as I can. I see another one here. Oops. That looks pretty good actually. I probably don't need to keep going. But for example's sake, we'll just get one more. Damn, Cisco looks crazy. Well, based on how I like to trade, I would personally wait on this. And as you can see, they are reacting to this area here once, twice, 3, 4 times. So I'd be very weary of what this chart's about to do next. Just because it's like propped up on an island by itself. Basically, right now, you're waiting for it to either show that it is going to continue rejecting this recent high they made against the top of this supply, where they can reject, pull down, make some more base, and then you can start to look for more of an uptrend move. Because again, you can see they're clearly making uptrends. You have your primary trend, you have your secondary trends. Within your secondary trends, you even have tertiary trends. I'm not going to get into that now. But right now, you're part of that primary trend. They haven't made that secondary trend back down. So I would wait for better risk reward, I guess is what I'm trying to say in short, for that chart. Let me see the weekly again. Yeah, I mean, they've been on a tear streak. To get in on a new position would feel late, but overall, if they do crack over 5580s, they do have that little bit of consolidation that they could try to make it to the next area. So, not crazy. I think what I'm most impressed about is that they kept holding these lows here and then built a lot of consolidation here. You have to remember, consolidation is what gives you the fuel to make it to these higher parts of the chart. And everyone, you know, you'll always hear me say, oh, I don't like that it's here. When I'm saying that, I'm saying that because I'm speaking from a perspective of a new position. You know, someone who's been back here, they're not even thinking about that. They're thinking about what else can they do to extend their runners to the further part of the chart. My bad, guys. I saw y'all updating SPY. SPY did make another high. Great callouts by Evis and a few other people I see. Evis, Green, great callouts. Glad to see you guys still posting SPY, although I was trying to go over a bigger time frame.
Yeah, everything pretty much made new highs. Most impressively, it's the Netflix. It's at another freaking $5 up.
Green, I just saw what you said. I said, what would Lehman do? He said, throw risk out the window. Chuck said, no BS. 567% on Apple calls. 12 to 80 Hail Marys. Good job, man. Happy for you.
Yeah, Apple's been an impressive move. Microsoft. Amazon off its lows is looking pretty good. If it goes and takes out pre-market and yesterday high, that could be rallying with Tesla. Oh yeah, another Ninja. It's 100%, dude. Like, they're really good about it now because I was using like my brother's Netflix for a long time, and yeah, they're on top of it.
I'm gonna be honest though, and I don't know if I'm about to jinx myself. Actually, I'm not even gonna say it. I don't even want to jinx myself. Dude, Apple really hit over almost 2.25% just now. That is a massive move. AMD as well. I mean, they're up to over 3%. Microsoft up 1.75%. Nvidia up 2.25%. Amazon had a rough start, so it's good to see them back up and positive, because that did help Tesla a little bit here. I mean, XLC sector, they've been on all kinds of drugs today. Google, Meta, Netflix all had pumps of their own. Very, very nice to see that sector kicking ass today. Actually, tech just passed them up ever so slightly. Very impressive. That just shows you how insane Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, that sector was today. Because they weren't ever really above the XLC chart today till just now. Flexible grid chart, we pretty much only had one 3-bar play on the 15-minute. You had no retest in the 15-minute. See the 1 minute. 1 minute was just a staircase up. 5-minute giving you a little bit more clear view of that staircase up. Indecisive candle, higher push. They're at resistance, so there's really nothing to do here until you see them pop over it. They popped over at the next candle. Take us into the next supply, even though it took a little bit of time. Built some consolidation, and honestly, it's pretty rare we see it like this, because normally you see them pull back, try to hold a larger percentage of that move, but they didn't. They just held the top end of it against the supply of previous day high, but held the pre-market high of today. So very, very short-term range. You can see that's only like 40 cents, and they held that. And then that popped us our new high. Now we're at 442, believe it or not. Go back out to the bigger time frame. We're at that next area, I was about to say. 442 is where we kind of almost went up to yesterday, pulled back from. And now we're against it, so.
And on that note, I'm going to take off for the day because it's about 11 and I got some stuff I got to get done. And the volume should be cut now. Stay green, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
See you later, Devin. Who has all been catching my updates and stuff inside the server? I hope you guys are taking this serious. Make sure to check out the Reason Over Risk channel. Every day, I make it my... I mean, I do it for myself, but I make sure that it's for chat as well. I mean, that's just who I am. I love to be updated. Bigger and smaller time frame. But every single day, I will re-update the smaller time frame link. I will re-update those levels. I will talk about the bigger time frame, what to look out for next. So seriously, pay attention. Just focus on the levels and draw them yourself if you want. You know, a lot of the more grown-up guys in chat, traders in chat, like to not just copycat the levels, but do it themselves. So seriously, go do it yourself and see how close you can get. Or if you're just now tuning in, you're just now joining our community, then just follow along for a little while. You know, there's no need to rush anything. So I just wanted to give you that assurance so you don't think, oh, I have to get into this instantly. No, take your time. Yeah, for real, Benny. Definitely some huge moves. To like double check that I'm typing that right. Yeah. Oh, that's my stomach talking if you somehow heard that. Yo, I was saying Netflix up 3% is crazy, and here they are almost up 5%. That is nuts. Again, I'm not saying this to like give me credit. I personally would have told you guys that it was probably only going to go to 426 between that and 430. I would never have said that it was going to 435 today. I would never in my wildest dreams have said that. That is a massive move, though. I mean, again, though, it's from a strong area. We talked multiple weeks ago how strong 400 is, how strong 419.85 is the level. We say 420 to be quicker. But how strong both of these levels were, just from where they were, as well as 508. You know, if it ever goes to 508, that's probably going to be a very strong rejection on its first touch. So I can't wait to see that. But again, just using the bigger time frame levels, going down to the smaller time frame, just kind of reminding ourselves what's where, and then using it. You can see that is direct control of direction right there. Whoever had that level had direction. Bears would have been under it and rejected. We would have probably dumped today, or they would have had to fight more. Jump rope that level a little more. But they got over it. They held over it for a few minutes, got over it, pushed over the next level past that. And it's just been an uptrend since then. But you got to remember, these moves happen for a reason. Everyone's always like, why is this happening today? What news came out? There's no news. It's because this came from a better area from a bigger time frame. It's not just, oh, it popped over 419.85. No, it popped and held 419.85 from the monthly time frame, which also lines up on the daily time frame. It just happens to be on both. So a very, very, very strong lineup there. That's what gives you that powerful move. It has consolidation here on the bigger time frames. It's not just jumping from nowhere. That is a very strong reaction from demand. Potential 5-minute 3-bar play upside SPY. Sorry if I read that late. Yeah, not quite anymore. They're putting in that indecisive candle now. Personally, I would like to see them retest and hold previous day highs with any kind of retest. That's what I said momentarily before. But that means you need to go from your fib to the high of the first slowdown. So pretty much anything between here can be a good midterm retest. If they hold above that, it's a good short-term retest, which clearly they're not doing that. Or they pull back under everything. They come back down to 441.20, and they hold it. They just hold it as support, which would be the full-term retest. So if we can get any of those, that'd be a great sign that previous day highs are bullish support now. But then you have that awkward feeling of, oh, but we're at resistance on bigger time frames. So you can see how we're going to have some awkward trading between these two areas for most likely into lunchtime, past lunchtime, unless we see a new high. So just keep that in mind. I hope my update makes sense, guys. If I kind of rambled or didn't make sense there, please let me know if I need to reiterate something. But if I did make sense, please let me know. Show me that you understand what we're looking out here for on both bigger and smaller time frame. Again, you can see I'm always kind of going back and forth between them just to give myself a better view of what's going on. And be sure to drop a like on the stream if you guys are enjoying some of the updates. We're almost at 50 likes. That does help out the channel a ton. Friday, I'll be gifting a few memberships on the YouTube part of things. So hopefully a couple of you guys who don't have a membership on here get one. No problem, Sand Dollar. I need to look at Baba. I remember you and somebody else talked about Baba being up today. And holy, y'all were not kidding. Is that all China? Oh, no, that's just Baba. It's probably AI related. Another good one, though, from a good part of the chart. Again, it's not just bouncing randomly. It is bouncing from a good spot of the chart. Yeah, nice bearish engulfing, possibly stepping in on SPY 5-minute. At resistance, too. Good update. Good post. And that's another thing. Like, do we need to work on candlestick patterns? I don't think I ever asked that enough. I just kind of go over them, and I say them all the time. But does anyone here need to go over candlestick patterns more? You know, maybe not right here, right now, but over the next few days, next few weeks, do you guys want to go over candlestick patterns more? I would love to go over them. I'm tired of seeing people say bull flag, bull pin. I'm tired of seeing people say that stuff. I want to see you draw supply and demand and then call out candlestick patterns. Candlestick patterns are what's going to get you into the stronger plays, not a bull flag on the weekly or whatever. K-Web is up 2%. Okay, so they're just up. Neo's just getting shit on. Sounds good. And point of control. No problem. We can totally do that. I'm addicted to drawing point of control, so you'll have no problem from me on that. 100. Let's do some candlestick patterns. Of course, green candlestick says that. We all do, Teresa. We all do, including me. We all need to get better at candlestick patterns. And the only way of getting better at them is going over them, reviewing them, seeing how they react to certain areas of the chart. You'll always hear me say patterns with positioning. I truly stand behind that. That is by far some of the best trades I've personally ever taken. I've seen people in trade take. It's always a pattern with position. It's always, oh, look, there's a bearish pattern at resistance. That instantly has higher probability than you just taking a random play. You know, because you're buying a higher probability find. You're finding, oh, it's a bearish candle at a bearish part of the chart. Instead of just randomly buying every bearish candlestick, well, at least now you're applying higher probability with finding it with good positioning too. And that's really what a lot of our what's it called is swing trading. Which, let's talk about that for a few moments. If you've ever viewed YouTube or viewed my channel, you've definitely heard me cover this before. But go to the playlist section, go to, where are we at? Swing trading videos. So this is exactly where you need to be, but this is the video you need to check out. All of them have this, but this is the video that by far has it. A lot of my like smaller ones too, you can see this one's only like 19 minutes, this one's like 6 minutes. But all of them though are covering that exact topic. There's also a backup channel I used to post on, Moustache Bot. Haven't posted here for almost 2 years now. But this channel is exactly that. You know, it shows you the EMA strat. It shows you the basics of how you can use this with pattern. Because, again, everything is still patterns with positioning. Finding a pattern at a good part of the chart with a couple rules set up. That's it. You'll see this in all my videos. And then you can use the EMAs, the 9, the 21, 5500, and 200 to kind of add into a like extra part of rule set to it for the beginning. For a good basic set, you know, just kind of going over it with the basics. And then you could take those off. You don't have to leave those on. You don't even have to turn them on if you don't want to. But really good, just kind of initial view of everything. But I would definitely check out the backup channel I used to post on. I would also check out the video section here, the playlist, swing trading playlist, and check out some of those. If you are interested in learning candlestick patterns, a lot of what I cover is on here. And only one channel in all of the internet has ever impressed me with the exact style of how I like to trade. I've never found anyone on here that trades exactly how I trade, except this guy. He's really old, but he is by far one of the wisest people on the internet. But again, I don't know if he's good at trading, but I will say this. He knows how to find patterns. He knows how to go over them. He knows how to break them down, and he knows how to, really just break them down. So I would check those out as well if you want a tertiary source besides the backup channel I showed you and my swing trading playlist. So there you go. Anybody looking to get into swing trading more, that's everything I look at. I look at patterns with positioning. Those are the couple sources you can check out. We have done multiple trading swing challenges using that exact strat. We've done all kinds of stuff like that. I'm not really looking forward to doing another one. We're just kind of posting plays now. This week, I'm actually taking a break on calling out swings. I don't see the point in calling out during Jackson Hole. I'm just going to wait till Friday or next week to call out my next play. But, yeah. Friday lunch session. Yeah, it feels like it. Do it on Friday. Oh, that's a great idea, Mel. All right, so maybe rest of today and tomorrow I'll try to get something set up to where we can have a good, clear breakdown of what to go over. Or maybe I'll just go off the top. I always like to just go off the dome so it doesn't look like I'm giving you guys like a set lesson. I hate when you guys watch videos and it's like you can clearly tell someone set up everything to talk about. And I understand that's good for organizational reasons, but at the same time it's like, yeah, but they're also just accustoming it to make it look good for you. So I'm probably not going to set up anything. I'm probably just going to go live whenever we're, because we have full day Friday stream. But that's a great idea. Friday at lunchtime, let's go over some patterns. We're going to cover all the patterns I like to focus on, that my chat likes to focus on. We'll cover the positioning, how you should look at them, how you should get your chart prepared for them. Again, guys, if you want a sneak peek of that, though, you can already check out all of that. So please, check out the videos. Don't ignore me when I say that. I'm not joking. Fuck the views. I don't care about that. None of those videos are monetized anyway. Go watch those. That's a great sneak peek into what you're going to see on Friday, what you're going to see moving forward if you do take swings with me. And if you've taken swings with me from the past few weeks, you'll notice, oh, he does use that, because that's exactly what we did on Dollar General. We're doing it on PayPal. We've done it on Target. We did it on AMD, SPY. Name it. We've done it. So definitely go through that stuff. He said he has great vids, no doubt. Of course, all the rest of the team have great vids as well. I'm constantly learning from them. Appreciate the transparency and how to improve the trades. No problem, E. We're just like you, man. I've said this from the beginning. We are just like you. There's no difference between you or me. I'm streaming, you're not. That's the single difference between us. There's no difference between us, though. It does not matter where we are in our trading. We are both growing. We both need to stick to the routine. And what is my Spotify music doing? Let's go to dubstep. This is getting boring. No, no, no. There we go. I'm sorry, I don't even remember what I was saying. I just instantly the music was like depressing me. I had to change that. I think it's helpful how you touch on patterns here and there. It always helps. No problem, Aaron. I'd love to go over more, honestly. It's just like it's hard to focus on one thing at a time. Like one week I feel like everybody's missing out on paying attention to easy levels, so I want to go over that more. And then I notice the patterns and I want to go over that more. So it feels like we're like sector rotation on topics, but it's a great thing to constantly go over the same thing, just kind of set up differently. Different schedules. Oh, to watch the videos. That's right. Thank you, Steph. I guess I was done with that topic, though. Everybody kind of got the gist of it. Check out the videos. And if you have any questions, tag me. Tag anybody in chat. Most people in chat have a pretty good idea now of what video to go watch if you're wherever on your journey. You know, someone who's new, they're probably going to link you Workshop 11. They're going to link you a couple other older videos. You're someone who's been in chat for a long time. You're just trying to get, you know, more accustomed to how we trade in here. Then they're going to link you Workshop 11. They're going to link you the 4 main strategies, you know. These are a lot of really good videos because I don't need to make another one. That Workshop 11 covers everything we do. It covers the staircase method. It covers the strategies we use. It covers how to get the levels. It covers everything. The hard part is really maintaining. And why I say that is because everybody wants to just trade all the time. What you really need to be focused on is mentally trading all the time. You can take live trades whenever you want, but it needs to be an entry that gives you so much confidence that you're not even questioning it. And until you're at that point, you should mental trade as much as you possibly can. And even when you do get to that point, you should still mental trade. Some of the best traders in my chat, Leland, username, these guys still mental trade. It doesn't matter how much money they make or how many good trades they make. It does not matter. Mentally taking those reps as much as they can is a great form of practice. Thank you, David. He said this is the best trading community out there in my opinion. No egos, no bullshit. Thank you for saying that, man, for real. I really do appreciate that. That is my goal, because again, I'm not... I might be the owner of chat, but it does not matter. You know, I'm on all of your levels. There's no levels to this shit, and I'm tired of the internet making it seem that way. There's no levels to this shit. It's what step are you on? Oh, you're on the learning part? Okay, well, good. All of us are. There's no such thing as finishing the learning phase. You don't finish and you're just a pro and you never have to learn everything ever again. Do you think people who practice in sports just randomly stop practicing? No, if they don't keep conditioning their bodies or keep giving themselves this muscle memory. Do you think they're going to be able to perform at peak performance? Hell no. So how do you expect yourself to perform on the stock market where things are even more chaotic and emotionally distraught? So give yourself a chance. Give yourself a patient path ahead of you. Stop, you know, thinking, oh, this is so easy, or that there's levels to this, or that, oh, there's certain pros and some people aren't. There's no such thing as a professional options trader. I don't care what anyone tells you. There is no such thing as that. There are people who survive, and there are people who don't. That is it. Give yourself a good passive routine, a passive path ahead of you to maintain. You should be able to take a loss and it not stump you back down to the first base or to step 1 or to level 1. It shouldn't put you back in a place where you feel like you're having to start over or relearn again. If you feel like you're somebody who's always telling yourself you need to just reset, you need to relearn, you need to refresh, then there's a problem there. You're not giving yourself a consistent routine. Follow the TA routine. Follow the entry styles we cover in here. Focus on that. Stick with it. Give yourself a consistent routine ahead of you. It's not my system. It's your system too. It has nothing to do with me pushing this onto anybody. Give yourself a consistent routine. That's why most people fail. It has nothing to do with IQ. Has nothing to do with that. It's because they jump around too much, they do too many different things, they're adding too many moving, changing variables into the equation, and it's making the final outcome impossible to reach. You seeing good trades, you catching good trades, you being a part of those good moves. That's going to be impossible to catch if you're not even giving yourself the chance to even see them, let alone the knowledge to see them. Netflix is really about to hit 5% again. Meta still on the high. Google still on the high. And if you guys were here on, I think it was the Friday full stream, we talked about Meta being my top pick for this week. Just because of that daily time frame with those monthly levels. Is the music still good? I kind of turned it up a hair, so if it's too loud, please let me know. Every time I see that. Forecasts may tell you a great deal about the forecaster. They tell you nothing about the future. The man, the myth, the legend himself said it. Alright, that'll go off topic. Why can't I speak English when I type? And yeah, there's some crazy stories in this chat. Like, I didn't even know about this about Rambo. There's a ton of people like this in my chat. There's people in my chat that barely speak English. There's people in my chat that are from a completely different side of the world, a different continent. There's people who grew up in abusive families, drug families, people who grew up in families that literally dealt in gangs. I mean, there's people like that all in our chat, and none of them speak about it. None of them, none of them ever come in here and like bloat about that. Like, this is the first time I think I'm hearing Rambo say this stuff. I've never once seen him say that. So good. I don't want people using that to their advantage to try to make people feel bad for them. And he isn't. I love to see this, honestly. So I'm glad to see you guys are like not just strong in the head or anything, but like strong in the heart. It's so fucking hard to grow if you're not strong in the heart. You gotta be passionate. You gotta love this shit. You gotta be willing. You gotta believe you can do it. I can't speak. This is why you're the Basat. Speak that ish into existence. Facts. What's my language? I don't know, Mel. I think I speak your language now, dude. I can't type English. I can't speak English. I swear I'm from here, but I can't. I think I speak Melanese. Yo, real quick, are we coming up with a new language now? Melanese, it's just like stock market tickers. I'm just checking news, just seeing if there's anything I missed. Wait, because there's going to be a pop-up, and then I'm going to click the off screen. There we go. Strong. Hey, we knew this stuff. Treasury yields declining overnight in response to the soft PMI data out of Europe, then turning sharply lower after the soft S&P Global US PMIs. So Europe and ours. Strength in the mega caps boosting index performance. Yep, we saw that. Which, again, this means a lot of your bigger weights are moving, which means that's what's moving your indexes. So you don't need like a billion smaller caps to move. You just need a couple of your big weights. And then digesting mixed earning results from retailers, which we have a lot of retailers, industrials report this week. There's a couple materials companies reporting this week. So people aren't really as focused on tech earnings as much because that's finally behind us. Now it's like the other side sectors. So you're going to start seeing more news from that here too. The key takeaway from the report today, which is the sales report, is that new home sales activity, which is measured on signed contracts, not just open contracts, not just pending contracts, signed, these are done, completed, was driven by sales of more moderately priced homes as higher building costs crimped the supply of lower priced homes, while higher mortgage rates contributed to the affordability pressures across the spectrum. If anybody was interested in what the hell the house sales did, there you go. Oh. There we go. That's what I was looking for. This right here. Also, let me show y'all something cool. I don't know if it's legal or not to show this, but let's just do it anyway. Real quick, let me find my note. Okay, I'll give y'all two things. Check this out. Okay, so this is another quality and yet free resource that I like to look through. It's Macro Trends. They have a lot of information regarding companies' revenue, profit, EPS throughout the years, and much more. I normally just search things like Tesla or Apple or Microsoft revenue history or whatever company I'm interested in into Google, and this website shows up. This is the website that shows up. So if you ever type in Tesla revenue on Google, you always get these kind of BS websites, but this is probably one of the few websites I've seen that are free and are accurate and are up to date. They update pretty much every day. So definitely want to check out that website. And then one more cool little trick I wanted to show everybody, which I thought this was kind of impressive. Did I not pin it to the channel? What the hell did I do that for? Oh, here it is. All right, so check this out. Alright, so Bloomberg puts their articles behind a paywall, but their Canadian website, BNN Bloomberg, has everything free to view. Search the Bloomberg headline and add BNN Bloomberg at the end of it, and it should show up free to view with no ads. Here's a link to the latest headlines, which you can refresh throughout the day. I then sent everybody this link. But you see how right here it says BNN Bloomberg? Let's go back here and delete BNN. Enter. Okay, well, that was a bad test. But normally the link won't say BNN Bloomberg here. And it makes it to where there's a paywall here because that's the American version. But if you had BNN Bloomberg right there, it gives you the Canadian version, which is free. There's no ads. There's no BS here because it's not there. So if you guys want to just know those couple of things, you can use that. I personally haven't been using it a whole lot. I've actually been enjoying going to Finance Juice way more. I'd never known this website till this past couple months, and I love this website. This, briefing.com, and then that one I just showed you, Macro Trends. These are all really good, and then I really like Statista. I'm not going to lie, if you guys like looking at different things, Daffy showed me this. There is a ton of things you can read on this. I was just reading on aviation a few weeks ago. But pretty interesting stuff on all those websites. I wanted to show that, though, because there's an amazing free resources across the internet, but they're so buried deep because there's just so many different things to look at nowadays. Good stuff, Rambo. Seriously, more power to you. I'm not even joking, and I'm gonna share this on the stream too. So when I get onto people, there's only two ways they're gonna react. They're either gonna ignore me and move on and just keep doing it, and they're gonna end up being gone from chat over time, or they're gonna change the way they think. They're gonna move on, grow with chat, and just have to succumb to the fact that they are being biased and sound like a dick. Or they spam trade floor, or they do this, or they do that. And I'm not calling Rambo a dick, by the way. But different things happen. Different people come along and chat, post different ways. They grind against us differently. Some of them are smooth, some of them are not. Rambo was one of those people that does trade just like us, so that was no problem. But you know, if you see updates like a certain way, I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm gonna come at you because I want you to grow. And there's only a few people that react the correct way. Rambo himself, I have to give him props. Like, seriously, this man could have came at me a completely different way. Could have said, dude, you're just being a dick to me. You're not trying to be nice to me. You're just trying to be mean, blah, blah, blah. He could have totally came at me a whole different way, and he didn't. He completely came out here and said, you know what? You're right. Changes the way he's talking. I mean, not really changing the way he's talking. That's not how I'm trying to say it. But he's coming out in front of it. He's not trying to give it bullshit excuses. He's just being him. That's what I like to see. So I wanted to give him more props because I was kind of being a dick to him, but it was really just to be his friend. Again, people who are nice to you all the time, they don't care about your growth. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you what you need to fix, what needs to be changed if you want to continue to be in my server. Rambo, round of applause. Because I had this exact situation happen with someone a lot closer to me than Rambo this week, and that person is long gone. So I wanted to give Rambo the respect he deserves for that, because that is not easy to do what he did. That is not easy to do. It's probably one of the hardest things a person can do. It's not even like an admit you're wrong kind of thing. Jack, if you're still here, let me know when DE actually builds base. I don't want just a single candle reaction. I want to buy the bottom. Yo, Neo's green, finally. DG too, I can't forget this one. It's breaking down now, so I might not have to enter this week. I might have to wait. See, the first time I got into this, it like pushed me into the play. This time around, I mean the second time around it was like, this time around I really don't want to enter it yet. So I'm really waiting till this play pushes me back in. But Dollar General is going to make us a lot of money this year. Maybe next year too. shot back up above 55. That's impressive. Let's go, PayPal. Holy. Son of a gun. Well, Daffy was right about ABBV falling. He had that 1 day slowdown. That's where I took profits. The positive day. And then now it's completely through that support, touching that final target that I was personally looking at. It could dump more all the way down to 144s, but we were personally looking at this low to get tested. That is massive. SPY getting tired on that 15-minute time frame, and I know that because the candle bodies are getting smaller. My bad, guys. I'm just now catching up to messages. Yeah, facts, Steph. Rainbow's a real one. Still on the previous day. Good call outs, Mel. Mel, who's taking over your keyboard today? Or have you just been messing with us this whole time? When we get under 441.50, we'll see more down. Yeah, we'll see. If we can break 441s just in general, you definitely could see bigger breakdowns. If it breaks 440.60s, larger pullback definitely in store towards 440 flat. Upside, of course, they could just pull back to 441 and then base out the rest of the day. Or we could see new highs over 442.50s. Hey, B, can you go over price action so far today? Just joined. My bad, Deuce. Are you still here? And the plan for the day, if you don't mind. No problem, man. Why what, Mel? Well, I was just saying, because you typed out a full plan. I never see you do that. You said, we still on the reject from previous day pre-market high. If that happens, great. If not, we get back later. I can instantly tell you're looking at both sides of the story. So I was just giving you credit, because I feel like I always just see you say puts and that's it. But right here, right now, you just covered both sides of the story. That's the greatest thing you can do. You're not trying to lie to yourself. You know, you're giving yourself both sides of the story. So if it does go against you, you're not sitting here like, oh, damn, why did that happen? No, you're like, oh, okay, well, I knew that was possible. I just covered it. So I just wanted to give you credit because I love seeing that. I love seeing non-biased posting. My bad, Deuce. So far today, the game plan, and you can always go back to the beginning of the stream, too, to get my original thoughts, like word for word, but I will give you a good summary. Basically, today we were saying we're looking to see, basically, we knew we were going to open a little bit higher, but not much higher. So we were looking to see if 437 to 438.50 can continue to hold. This is that yellow area mixed in with that white line. If these two areas can hold, it should be bullish short term. Into 442. Anything past that, we're going to need to see a lot more information on the smaller and bigger time frames to get to 445, to get back to 450s. So I've really just been kind of covering this range this week. I'm not going to lie. I've really just been seeing, can we hold this? Can we get back to this resistance? That's really all I've been covering this week. So I'm kind of making my plans kind of revolve around that. Go back to the default chart, the smaller time frame chart. Zoom in with, I always include yesterday just to kind of get it in there. We could see yesterday's high to yesterday's open. That's where I drew that supply. It's not really a real supply. I just drew it because I wanted to include both levels to make it easier to see. And you can see that's where we pumped up to from our slightly higher open. And this is where we're trying to hold over. So they're going to hold this. Short term, we're looking bullish to the end of the day. But like I just said to Mel, we could just range trade between here. If we get a new high, be careful because, again, like I just said, the bigger time frame, 442 is right there. I mean, that could be our high of day right there, and we don't even know it yet. If we do end up cracking below the 441s and the pre-market high of today, you can see bigger pullbacks, like Mel was just saying. But basically today, we just had the higher open. You can see yesterday's closes right here. Our pre-market low came down, basically held it. We got a little bit of a higher open, not much. And then within the first 20-25 minutes, you really just had a 40% entry. You really didn't have many retests in this until we got to supply. And even then, it wasn't really that bullish until you got the open range breakout. So today's been an open range breakout kind of day. Not really open ranges in terms of like, oh, they're breaking previous day high. No. I mean, like, they're from open. Really, the only way to have caught any real good clean plays today were initial entries. The breakout of this level, the breakout of this level. These are the only two I've really kind of covered today. Now, individual stocks, I will say, have had their tears today. If you were watching pretty much anything but SPY, you probably had a lot more fun today because Apple had a really big tear streak. AMD had a tear streak. Microsoft and Nvidia were slowing down the tech sector early on this morning. They weren't super slow. They just weren't pumping with both of them yet. And then in the same exact length, you had Tesla trying to move higher and Amazon was hurting it. It wasn't until Microsoft, Nvidia, and Amazon stopped hurting their counterparts and started pumping more that actually started helping out the XLK and XLY sector. The strongest sector all day pretty much has been XLC, as we've been covering in stream. We went over the breakouts on Netflix, Google, and Meta. Devin did really good with all of his updates this morning. He was shotgunning them out, machine gunning those updates out, but they were good, clear, concise updates too, calling out good levels, calling out good patterns, 3 bars, continuation patterns. That was the majority of what he was covering this morning on the XLC sector, which is good because XLC was my main watch from last Friday. This sector was positioned the best. Again, if you go over to Meta was my favorite one, but if you go over to Meta, last week when they ended it with this candle, a hammer at a major support. Basically, we said as long as they hold 277 to 280s, this chart should try to make it back to the blue area. Now, what we're going to probably be talking about is them either slowing down and the rest of this week being not as much fun. Because you're either going to get one of two scenarios. You get continuation highs, which is not easy to follow because we've already been moving higher from single candle supports, or you get your short-term retest, which makes people want to turn super bearish instantly because it's well positioned. I won't lie about that. But this gets people into trades too quickly when in reality you probably need to wait for the lower high. So I could see a couple scenarios working out where the end of this week hurts a lot of people. Trying to chase new trades, trying to continue trades they've already been in. So at the beginning of the week, I said if anybody could just focus on being light, focusing on surviving this week, they could definitely have a lot more fun of a time the following week. But for the most part, that was kind of what I went over. If I missed anything, someone please intervene and add it in there. But hopefully that catches you up to date, though, Deuce. Redfin's up 5%, damn. Exactly, study the other side. It's a main game, bulls getting scared to hold, and I would think they took profit and out. That will give bears a chance. Example, would you go long here? No way. Exactly, because it's not risk reward. There's no risk reward here. Now, would you go long on a new play here? Most likely not, but would this be bullish if they held over 441 and built base here? Yes, that would be. So if anybody did go long, would they be crazy? No. But like Mel said, I like how he's saying it. Risk reward wise, no, it doesn't make sense. That's exactly how you need to be looking at this stuff. Not every part of the chart is an entry. You got to remember, all of this is information. I don't know what y'all did to me, but y'all made me stream a lot longer today. It's almost 11. Honestly, time was flying today with all the talking, all the updates. I think it just felt really quick because of how much movement we got today. We've been getting good movement all week, but this has been like single directional movement, not just like up, down, up, down, up, down. But then you zoom out to the bigger time frames, you're like, oh wait, it has just been up, down, up, down, up, down. Going down since Euro closed, just an observation. Good call out, Bob. No, that's a great observation. Very interesting how that lines up. Hey, Mark, what's up, man? I love seeing that yellow star pop up. It's instantly, I instantly see your name. Thank you, Matthew. I do it for the community, man. I just love everybody in here. I'm passionate about the group. So if I ever seem like I'm a dick or I feel like I'm being aggressive, I promise you it's just how I am. It's just who I am. Okay, first Lee test on the day. Press play. Don't pause. Press play. This pop was profit taking, that's all. Matthew said, roughly one more month till my yellow star. Dude, that is actually badass. Here, let me look at all the things. Okay, yeah, so here it is. If you guys have any other ideas on emojis you want, just tell me. I mean, I think we have like 12 slots left or something. I just don't know what else to add. So if you guys like tag me with some ideas, I will write them down. Sinful.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just... I didn't know if you meant to be in here or not. I was lost. You guys ever heard a thick northern accent? Now you guys can't say he's never been in a stream. I'm removing the fib because I just want to watch Mel. Don't take that as me erasing it. I just want to watch. I might even go to the 15 to be honest with you. Mel is right though. The first lead test could finally be setting up though.
Good job, Mel.
There's that pump. Let's see who is the cause. Who's the plug? Apple's one of the plugs. Oops. AMD, Nvidia, my screen's lagging. Amazon's still weak, even with that consolidation. That could get a good leg up, though, if that hammer ends up holding on the 15-minute. That was an interesting candle to get on that time frame. Meta, new high of day. Okay, so XLC is just still on that ZA. Zoom in. Redfin is on a tear. Alright, I'll finally go look. I'm sorry, Jack. You said it when they were up 5%. Here they are up 6% again. What was the value area I was telling you? I was saying down here. I doubt it gets there again because it's already started building higher lows. Down here, though, is a great value spot long term. It's like Palantir if you get it under like 10. Alright, we need to delete some drawing sets. We'll keep that one. I'm going to finally end stream here, guys. I didn't even realize we'd been going this long. I mean, we don't really have time limits anyway, but I think I'm going to end it here. If you guys want more updates, please catch us in the Discord on the trade floor. Tons of guys dropping amazing updates on charts with reasoning, all good stuff. Again, it's zero tolerance in my chat from here on out, so you're not going to see any of that lazy posting by anybody. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the chat. Please, I'm not joking, guys. Drop likes on these videos, drop likes on the streams. Please share it around with your friends. Send invites to your friends for the Discord. Ignore that channel. Ignore that channel. Go to the top left, you hit invite, and then you can just send it to whoever. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the updates. Hope you guys enjoy everybody, for real. Loving the energy, loving the path in front of us moving forward. Everybody in Bueller Buy is just looking to grow, and I love it. But I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again for the extra long stream today. I will catch you on tomorrow's stream. Hopefully I'm on earlier so we can do a pre-market prep. If not, then I'll just stream it open. And then Friday, of course, we have full day Friday. Be on the lookout. I will be gifting, I don't even know how many, but I'll be gifting some YouTube memberships, maybe some Discord memberships, who knows. But yeah, see you guys later on. Thank you guys again.